Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am Marie Bortz, your local real estate expert covering Marion, Citrus, and Levy counties in beautiful Florida. And if you're thinking about buying or selling a home this spring, you're going to want to watch this entire video because the market is absolutely on fire again right now. Let's get into this data. Okay, so here's a short version before I dig into the specifics. Buyers who were sitting on the fence in 2025, they're now jumping back in. Rates have come down enough to make monthly payments feel more manageable again, and sellers who list now are seeing fast offers. So we're going to break down all of this for you, county by county. So just stay with me. We're only going to be here together about 10 minutes today. All right. So right now, the sales data numbers for Marion County are looking at some interesting specifics. The raw data here shows us we had a total sales jump from 646 in January of this year to 767 homes sold in February. That's nearly a 19% increase in just 1 month. But the number that really tracks for me here are the homes that went under contract. We went from just 172 single family home sales in January all the way to 668 in February. That's a 288% increase in 1 single month. So what that tells us is that the pipeline for closings are going to be coming up this month and April is absolutely stacked. Buyers are making moves right now, and title companies are going to be real busy to get all those closings done in the next couple of months. All right. Now, here's where I dive into specific neighborhoods. This month, I'm highlighting Rainbow Lakes in Dunnellon and Marion Oaks in Ocala. They're both in Marion County. So let's zoom in on a few neighborhoods that I mentioned because every area behaves differently. Okay. So Dunnellon here is seeing sales that surge 40% month over month, not year over year. We jumped from 60 sales in January to 84 last month in February. So that's a really strong signal of rising buyer activity. And then in Marion Oaks, which for the last couple of months I've been telling you guys has the most inventory of any other subdivision in the county, there are almost 600 homes listed for sale there. And sales are still climbing. They're up 29% month over month. But here's the catch. When you have that much supply, pricing is absolutely everything because buyers have real choices here. And let's talk about Rainbow Lakes Estates, which is also in Marion County, as I mentioned, but is located in Dunnellon. That's a very classic boutique market. Very few homes available in that section right now, and any given time, and when they do, they typically do move. So if you've been watching a home there, do not hesitate in making that offer, putting pen to paper before you lose out on that property. My next section I'm covering is Citrus County, and I'm going to be dealing with Pine Ridge and the Beverly Hills area today. Citrus County, Pine Ridge, and Beverly Hills operates a little differently than Marion County, and that's actually a good feature, not a bug. So we saw 17 single-family home sales last month in February versus 19 in January. That's a slight dip, and it's not a red flag at all. It just reflects what this market truly is. It is a niche boutique environment where the right buyer meets the right property. Here in Pine Ridge, Beverly Hills, you have larger lots and it's an equestrian property community and you have a quieter lifestyle. That's what drives the transactions here. And that dynamic remains very healthy as we head into spring. Now, typically, most realtors, anybody you see doing any type of market update or anything these days online, don't cover Levy County. And that's not good because Levy County continues to be a solid and consistent market. And one thing a lot of buyers are overlooking, it offers a really unique mix. So you've got traditional residential neighborhoods alongside rural properties with real acreage. And as you head into spring, the pace of the sales is also maintaining well in Levy County. All right. But here's the value play. If you're a buyer and you've been priced out of the more competitive parts of Ocala or Marion County, Levy County gives you more space, more land, and more peace of mind at a lower price point. It absolutely deserves a look if you are searching for a home. Okay? Now, mortgage rates update we talk about every month, and it's important because it's a single biggest factor that is driving all of this activity. Mortgage rates. As of early March this month, 30-year fixed rates were sitting at between 6.5 to 6.8%. Now, that's not the 3% we saw a few years ago, but as I told people, we have to stop thinking about this. Those days are gone. And here's the key: the trend is going downward, and rates have been stabilizing since late last year. But here's what it actually means for your wallet. On a $300,000 home with 20% down at 7.5%, your payment was around $1,678 a month. Now remember, that's principal and interest, doesn't include taxes and insurance. At today's rate at 6.5%, that loan would run about $1,517 a month. That is $161 less per month, which is nearly $2,000 back in your pocket every single year. When rates stabilize, buyers plan, and when buyers plan, they act, which is what we're seeing now. They're buying. That's why the sales are up. And that is exactly what's going on in all three counties that I just talked about. Okay? Now, what does this mean for buyers specifically? If you are a buyer, you got to have a game plan. And here is my game plan to you for spring of this year. Number one, get pre-approved. Not pre-qualified, pre-approved. Because when you find the right home, especially in a tight inventory area like Rainbow Lakes, as I mentioned, or in Dunnellon, you need to be ready to move the same day a listing hits the market. Number two, act quickly on those hot listings. If a home checks your boxes, hesitation is going to cost you having a deal with that home. Remember, you're not the only buyer looking, okay? Now, we're in a fast-moving market. Number three, if you need more flexibility and options, seriously look at Marion Oaks. That's the subdivision I mentioned with all the inventory, almost 600 homes, and Levy County, the option most people are not even considering. More inventory, more negotiating room, strong long-term value. And here's what you want to avoid, buyers. Do not wait around for rates to magically drop back to 5%. You could miss the best inventory while you're waiting for a number that may never come. The buyers who are winning right now are the ones who are prepared and decisive. And please don't skip your inspection to move faster like we were doing during the pandemic. There was less inventory there, and it made sense at that time, I suppose, for a lot of people. But always inspect and always, always protect yourself. Now, what does this market now mean, the data I just talked to you about for sellers? This is actually your moment, and I mean that. We have nearly 300% more buyers under contract in Marion County compared to just last month. That is an extraordinary level of demand. So here's your action plan from me to you. List now. Don't wait. Buyer demand is at its seasonal peak. Spring is historically the strongest window, and this year the data is confirming that it's even more active than usual. So don't wait until summer when inventory grows and your leverage shrinks. Price it right from day one. A sharp, well-researched price generates multiple offers, and that competition is what's going to drive your final sales price up, not down. Remember, pricing your home is not about what you want and what you need to move on. It's about what the market says your property is worth in the market that we're in, right? Especially now in Marion Oaks, where there are nearly 600 homes for sale, buyers have choices, and a home priced even 5% too high is going to sit while the neighbor's properties sell. My next thing for you sellers is to invest in professional photography. Make sure that your curb appeal is dialed in, and when strong offers come in early, take them seriously. We have a saying in real estate. I've been doing this 25 years. Your first offer is usually your best offer, and it's true. Subsequent offers are typically lower. So early offers often come with the most motivated buyers. All right? Now, what is our key takeaway here before we end this today? Let me wrap it up. I'm going to leave you with 4 things that I need you to take away from all this data. Number 1, inventory is highly neighborhood dependent. Marion Oaks has nearly 600 listings. Rainbow Lakes has almost none. So know your market and your submarket before you decide if you want to wait on that home that you think may work for you and potentially lose out on buying it. Number two, demand is absolutely surging. Pending sales is up 300% nearly in Marion County month over month, as I said. And so the buyer pipeline for March and April is the strongest that we've seen in years. Prices are holding steady, okay, and upward pressure in low inventory neighborhoods. So if you're in a tight market, your leverage is strong, meaning if you're in a subdivision or part of the community that has less listings, you're going to be able to hold on to your price point instead of seeing it go down, provided it's priced properly, that is. And four, my advice to simple buyers: move fast and come prepared. Sellers, list now, price it right. The demand is here, so don't leave money on the table. Thank you guys so much for watching this month's brief market review. I really hope it gives you a clear picture of what our local market stands for as it's headed into spring. And whether you're thinking of buying your first home or upgrading to something bigger or selling and cashing in on this incredible demand, I am here to help you navigate every single step with confidence. Remember, I've been doing real estate full-time, licensed and practicing for 25 years. I'd love to put that experience to work for you and your family. All right. I'm going to help you navigate every single step with confidence. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss my monthly updates and other real estate videos throughout the month. And drop your questions in the comments below. I read them and I will respond. And if you are ready to take the next step, whatever that is, my contact information is right here on the screen for you. Okay, right down here. And let's get you pre-approved buyers and start your home search before the best listings are gone. And for sellers, reach out to me for your free detailed home valuation analysis and market report and find out exactly what your home is worth in today's surging market. Again, I am Marie Bortz with the Kais Company, and you can reach me at 352-405-1663 by email at findhomesofocala@gmail.com and on my website, findhomesofocala.com. I'll see you next time. Bye.